fresh air, a tennis court sunshine. Who could ask for more? Hi again, everyone. I'm Mean Gene Okerlund for the World Wrestling Federation for our good friends at Coliseum Home Video, and welcome to WrestleFest 92. You know, I have worked with one individual on the fundamentals of golf, the art of three-cushion billiards, and this time out, it is tennis. For my guest, Bobby the Brain Heenan, commentator and, of course, manager extraordinaire of the World Wrestling Federation. This is a game you're really going to like, but we've got to learn how to do it the right way.
I know how to do it, Okerlund. You hold your fingers like that.
Hey, wait a minute. That's a ping-pong paddle, pal.
Table tennis.
Yeah, we're playing here at a tennis court.
It's hot here. Let's go inside and play tennis. Table tennis.
Hot. Yeah, no, forget that. Give me that,
No,
please.
you play with a Chinese guy and he brings you egg rolls. It's a heck of a game.
Different game altogether, pal. Want you to pay attention very closely. Here, take this one.
Awful big.
Yeah, it's a big racket, and speaking of tennis, what a racket. But we're going to show you how to do everything. Plus, I've got a whole match lined up for you. By the end of this tape, you're going to be playing tennis like Pancho Gonzalez.
It's hot out here, Okerlund.
Ah, yeah.
It's hot.
You get a nice, cool glass of water. Right now, let's get you some action and get WrestleFest 92 underway.
You're doing this wrong.
You look up the rules, pal.
Ow!
Hey,
This contest is scheduled for one fall.
I think he's cute.
About to come down the aisle with the sensational Sherry from San Antonio, Texas, weighing 236 pounds,
He says
Shawn
up and down. Just my sexy boy.
I had a very brief conversation earlier with sensational Sherry, Lord Alfred Hayes. She told me how much she loves to hear her song played because it expresses just exactly how she feels about the very confident Shawn Michaels. She wants the world to know.
Yes, I have trouble making out the actual words she sings there. To me, it's not a great song, but it's certainly a great young lady.
He makes me feel.
Well, she says that she got her inspiration from Madonna.
Oh,
So that should give you some clue. She says he's her boy toy,
oh gosh. Well,
sexy boy.
but I would say that Shawn Michaels is that because the girls certainly chase him. He is very much sought after by the fairer sex.
I'm surprised that any young lady would attempt to get near Shawn Michaels with a tigress pacing around him like sensational Sherry. She could seriously hurt you.
and his opponent.
Yes,
That
she
includes
could.
men.
Absolutely.
So I can imagine some
250
nice young lady
pounds,
attempting to go after a very confident superstar.
She
And
has-
while on the
yes.
subject of confidence, Lord Alfred Hayes,
Yes.
Virgil, one of the most popular individuals the World Wrestling Federation has ever known, on his way to the ring now for this exclusive matchup. And he really has come a long way, Lord Alfred Hayes, from a street tough bodyguard now to one of the most skilled superstars in the singles ranks.
Without a doubt, he is the most improved wrestler of the 90s.
I think there should be some award here in the WWF for a superstar most improved. Or
Yes, there should be. Not
I
a
mean,
bad
there
idea,
is
Shawn.
an award. Bret the Hitman Hart that was the recipient last year.
Yes, but that wasn't
As the
for the
best
most
wrestler.
improved.
No,
Yes,
but
no.
the best.
Now this year, you know, it could be Shawn Michaels would carry that particular honor away, best wrestler in the World Wrestling Federation.
Well, he has incredibly and very quickly scaled the ranks of singles competition. He is definitely, Lord Alfred Hayes, one of the top contenders, not only for the Intercontinental belt, but I would say the World Wrestling Federation Championship.
I would have to go along with that, Shawn, most definitely.
Not that I admire or really like the way he behaves in the ring.
You don't like his
But as
confidence?
far as his skill, I'll go along with how you feel about superstars, although it's tough for me at times because I happen to think that their personal behavior is part of it. But when you just speak solely on skill, I would say he is definitely one of the best.
Well, that's very gracious of you, and I'm sure that Shawn Michaels will eventually view WrestleFest 92, and he'll have a few kind words to say to you, Shawn.
No, he never has a kind word to say.
Oh, he doesn't?
To me.
Well, he doesn't to me either, quite honestly, because he knows I adore Sensational
Boy, does he
Sherry.
really know how to play Sensational Sherry. Like a violin. Look at her melt.
Yes, she's not stringy, though.
No, that's for sure. And it looks as though we are about to get underway. Two superstars lock up. Shawn Michaels quickly trying to take command. I notice Virgil is still wearing the nose guard, Lord Alfred Hayes. Suffered a fractured nose some time ago, but I guess he's just wearing it as a precautionary measure. Did you happen to speak with Virgil?
Yes, I did. And I also spoke to the World Wrestling Federation physician, told me that he's 100% fit again, and he wouldn't have sent him into the ring unless he was. But I don't believe that a man should go into the ring wearing one of those particular things over his face like that. That's a very dangerous instrument. Say he took it off and clobbered Shawn Michaels with that. I believe it's a steal.
Then he should be severely reprimanded, but I don't think that Virgil would resort to such tactics.
Oh, you don't. I wouldn't
Unless,
put it
of
past
course,
him.
you were taunted like what Shawn Michaels just did. He slapped Virgil.
I thought that was a superb ploy there by Michaels. He's really taunting and teasing Virgil, and we know that Virgil does have a short fuse for a temper.
Well, I have a feeling that this is one encounter that is going to get a bit wild. See Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan at ringside. They're doing a special broadcast this evening, Your Lordship, for the Armed Forces Network.
Oh, that's very kind of them. But I'm still sure that Bobby Heenan gets paid for it.
Yeah, I was going to say it wasn't a charitable move on the Brain's part.
And then Gorilla's not far behind him, you know. He likes a few pence in the pocket, too.
Oh, really?
Yes. Oh, he never picks up a tag if you go out to eat. He's a complete gentleman.
Sensational Sherry letting her opinion known. You can hear her all the way up in the rafters.
Yes, she was certainly a little animated there. She was pointing out something to the referee of some indiscretion against her man Michaels by Virgil. And Virgil's a very, very sneaky and crafty wrestler. Sometimes with the referee's back turned, he will use some very, very dubious means.
Over the top by Virgil. Rolls up Shawn Michaels. And there's a clear example of the skill that Virgil executes these days in the ring. He has worked very hard, spent a lot of hours in the squared circle, just practicing, perfecting his moves, and it's certainly paying off.
Absolutely, Sean. The execution of those moves, which he strung together, was really, really perfect. His timing was great. All the balance was correct. The weight was in the right place at the right time. It shows you how he has, in your words, improved.
I don't think it's too difficult to remember, Your Lordship, when Virgil first entered the singles ranks. Pretty much the only part of his body he really knew how to use were his fists.
Yes.
Now rarely do you see him go to a toe-to-toe punch-out with an opponent.
No, well, he didn't win matches that way. He discovered that he was actually winning his matches with superb wrestling moves.
Shawn Michaels comes up short. And at the last second there, as Virgil got up the courage, really sensed that he was taking control here, Michaels just sidesteps Virgil and sends him over the second rope. And he really slammed down hard on that arena floor. I believe his elbow was the first to hit, and he is definitely favoring it. Michaels seems to have suffered some damage too.
A little bit, but Michaels is a very cagey wrestler, and very often he will show you one side that you think is true, where he's hurt, but sometimes he's not hurt at all, and I think that might be the case here right now. Look at this.
I'm very surprised that Sensational Sherry merely walked past Virgil. Now Michaels is lifted up. He lifts up the nose guard, and you can see the gauze tape Virgil had over in front of his face there, so obviously he still is experiencing a lot of pain. Shawn Michaels really drilled him. Look at the excruciating pain he seems to be in at the moment.
Sean, the heaviness of that blow and the crispness of its delivery, I don't care who you are, whether you got a broken nose or not, that was bound to really hurt you.
Slams down on the side of Virgil's head. Your Lordship, you have suffered a few broken noses in your time. sure you can appreciate what Virgil is going through at this point.
Yes, I certainly can, but there's a lot of sinew in the nose, and it does tend to be very flexible, especially if you've had it broken once or twice, and Virgil is suffering there mightily, but not necessarily from the result of that multiple fracture of the nose he had some time ago.
Shawn Michaels really taking advantage of the situation now.
As a matter of
Virgil
fact,
in a great deal of pain.
Yes, as a matter of fact, Sean, I think that Michaels could finish off Virgil now anytime he chose. He's just prolonging this because he's beginning to enjoy himself in the ring. He's doing what he does best, running in front. He's a great front runner as far as wrestling moves are concerned, and when he has a man in trouble like this, Virgil has virtually no chance at all here. If I were Virgil, I'd have to think now seriously of leaving my shoulders down for a count of 3 and trying to get out of this the honorable way. Here's his chance to stay there. 1, 2. No, Virgil is more courageous than maybe is good for him.
Shawn Michaels would like to wrap this up, but Virgil refuses to give in. You know, I broke my nose once, Lord Alfred Hayes.
Oh, gosh.
Yes,
Didn's hurt.
I was involved in a rather intense squash game, and yes, I was kind of nailed by an errant racket.
But obviously you had the best surgeons to put your nose back straight.
Certainly.
I can see that. And it makes me awfully jealous, Sean, because you keep getting the nicest girls, while I seem to get those, well, not so nice maidens.
I think you put that very nicely, because have you ever heard the term, she has a little mileage, and it's not all highway?
No, I've never heard that. Is that in reference to a car?
Oh, in your case, I was reading in reference to a woman.
Yes, I thought you were.
But it is a rough road right now that Virgil is traveling. And Shawn Michaels tries to hold on. Virgil really comes back. Michaels sent into the corner. And when Virgil charges in, Michaels just brings up the boot.
Yes, that was a little premature there by Virgil. He made a splendid resurgence against Michaels, and he should have sort of halted it a little bit there, taken stock of the situation. But Virgil, I would imagine now, any edge he gets, he's going to try for a quick victory. You do sometimes marvel at Virgil's courage. I mean, obviously, he's not only a great wrestler, but he does possess a great deal of grit and obviously resolution.
Well, you clearly saw that blow that Virgil just suffered. That was a direct shot to the bridge of his nose, took him right off his feet. And although he's in a great deal of pain, he still refuses to give up the fight. I'm sure if Danny Davis asked him right now if he wanted to submit, he would say no way.
I don't think he would. That's not Virgil. That's not his way at all. That's not his modus operandi. But here you'll notice with Michaels, he hasn't even attempted to pin Virgil. He is so confident of the outcome of this. He is just in there getting some valuable ring experience. Mind you, it's a little dangerous at times.
Good block by Virgil. Backslide.
Ah, what a great skill shown there.
Real snap to that clothesline, though.
I think
and you have to wonder, your lordship, how much can Virgil take?
Yes. Actually, now Michaels is obviously tiring a little bit because he is trying to pin Virgil. So now he feels that he must get this match over with in case Virgil makes some sort of miraculous comeback out of him. Oh, gosh.
Now that's exactly how he broke his nose.
Oh, my word.
So I imagine at this point, Virgil just had a flashback of the pain he suffered when he fractured his nose. And I'm really surprised that Danny Davis moved in there and helped him.
Well, that's a mark against Davis, I can tell you that. And President Jack Tunney will be watching WrestleFest 92, and I'm more than sure he will censure Danny Davis for that particular piece of indiscretion there. Oh, good shot by Virgil!
Virgil summons up the energy. Where it came from, we will never know. Slams Michaels face first into the canvas. he may have suffered a broken nose.
Yes, a look of anguish on the face of Sensational Sherry there. And now she's suddenly looking at this match in a different light. If her man fails to win this match, he really could be in for a long wait for a championship contest, whereas Virgil would shoot right to the top of the tree.
Virgil takes off the nose guard. He comes alive and blocks a number of punches attempted by Michaels, gets in numerous shots, and he is really going after the very confident superstar. There's a drop kick.
And showing new life and energy, Virgil now takes complete control of this match. He wants to stamp his authority. Great move, a superb, great back.
There's a cover. Hooks away, gets him for 2, but that is it.
And now Michaels is beginning to wish that he'd taken advantage of all those opportunities he had a short while ago to pin Virgil and finish him off. And usually that always comes back to haunt you.
Virgil charges in, slams a knee into the turnbuckle. Michaels takes the opportunity to drop Virgil on the back of his head, gets a cover. And it looked as though the very popular Virgil.
Shawn Michaels.
Looked as though Virgil were going to wrap this up, but you can never count Shawn Michaels out, especially considering the role he has been on since entering the singles ranks.
Well, Michaels really flirted with danger there. He had this bout all wrapped up at about the 10-minute mark, and he could have easily won then. However, Virgil made a valiant comeback at him, and a trifle lucky, this winner, Shawn Michaels.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is for the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship, scheduled for 1 fall. Coming down the aisle with their manager, the Milk of the South, Jimmy Hart, and a total combined weight of 508 pounds. Here are the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, IRS Money Incorporated.
Toledo, Ohio, the site for this battle for the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship. The mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, believes he has made a wise investment in the future through some very questionable tactics.
We know why
we'll
you
get
people
more on that in
support
just
the
a second.
Bushwhackers. It's because you cheat on your taxes just like they do.
Boy, how would he know that?
I have no idea. And I doubt if the Bushwhackers cheat on anything, quite honestly. They're too simple. They're too simple to cheat, I think. They're just nice,
Are you saying they're daft?
Yes, they're a little bit soft.
Lord Alfred Hayes.
But they're certainly not soft inside that ring. And I'm looking forward to this title encounter very much indeed.
Great opportunity for Luke and Butch.
Oh, that's terrible. All that halitosis and saliva. Oh, got that poor little kid. Yeah, that's terrible. But I wonder if these two will get a licking. IRS, $1 Million Man.
Well, they'd really love to leave here today wearing the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team belts. But it is not going to be an easy task, as I was saying earlier. Jimmy Hart outmaneuvered the natural disasters.
I think
Got the $1 Million Man in IRS a shot at the title, and they took the belts from LOD. They've been running ever since.
that was definitely the move of the 90s so far by Jimmy Hart. He really achieved a great thing for this team when he signed them up and moved in. And now they're the champions, and they're very worthy champions indeed.
Well, they have taken on a real challenge here, giving the Bushwhackers the chance to take the belts.
And it doesn't
Massive
look,
collision there at the center of the ring.
yes, it doesn't look as if the Bushwhackers are going to last too long, Sean.
Well, it may not look that way at this point, Lord Alfred Hayes, but don't count out the Bushwhackers. IRS and the $1 Million Man, two very gifted superstars. Oh, but right there, that attempt at two battering rams backfires. And Well, the Bushwhackers taking a bite out of the tag team champions. Suppose they didn't have too many sardines before this encounter. A little hungry.
I would imagine they are. Look at them go around the ring.
And they've got quite an appetite for gold today. And IRS and Ted DiBiase looking a bit frustrated. Jimmy Hart attempting to console them, complaining to the referee about the tactics used by the Bushwhackers.
Well, they are illegal tactics, and no matter how much everybody here in this auditorium likes that, and they're cheering and applauding the Bushwhackers, they were definitely illegal tactics, and the referee should reprimand them.
Your Lordship, I've been meaning to ask you, what did you think of the tactics used at WrestleMania by Money Incorporated? The fact that they just merely walked away from a tag team title bout.
I think they did the wise thing there. He who lives and runs away lives to fight another day.
I'll tell you, the natural disasters have no intention of giving up their pursuit of Irwin R. Shyster and the $1 Million Man. They believe they should be wearing the tag team belts. And they also have a big score to settle with Jimmy Hart.
Well, I think that some ruling will be made there, because our president, Jack Tunney, was at the matches, and although he cannot rescind that verdict, I'm sure he will bring something into play, because it was rather, well, not the nicest thing to do, you could say, but it was a wise thing to do in their case.
I'll tell you, the next time they meet, I would like to see a ruling made by President Jack Tunney that there can be no count-out. That way we will see a true encounter between the two tag teams. Bushwhackers not faring well at this point. You see Luke on the apron, attempting to cheer on Butch.
Our referee here, Danny Davis, has his hands full in this encounter. Both teams have indulged in illegal tactics so far, but it looks as if IRS and DiBiase are able to control this match.
See some real power behind that right as IRS checks in. Drives a fist into the sternum of Butch, weakens him even more. This time Shyster comes charging in. Butch brings up the knee and capitalizes on it. Ted DiBiase makes the mistake of getting involved. It really pays for it.
Bushwhackers, they can certainly turn the table so rapidly. Just look at them. Oh, the battering ram.
Well, a double head knocker there, and there's a battering ram. Down goes IRS. Ted DiBiase taken out of it.
And just look at the Bushwhackers go now.
And boy, does this crowd love the Bushwhackers and what they have just accomplished. Money Incorporated, along with the Mouth of the South, very upset at this point, trying to get it back together. A lot at stake in this encounter, Lord Alfred Hayes.
Certainly, the Bushwhackers now are quite confident that they can take those belts. In fact, Butch was showing a sign to the crowd.
Now they're in no hurry to get back into the ring, pacing around and discussing strategy. But how do you come up with a plan to handle the Bushwhackers?
I don't know how you combat that at all. And look at this. IRS and Ted DiBiase are back at ringside, so they didn't walk away this time. And look at
Luke taunting IRS.
That's a funny type of taunting. What is that? Is that a backwoods Bushwhackers dance or something?
I didn't know Luke could move like that.
He almost became disjointed. In fact, he did just then. Nice move by DiBiase. Good tag team tactics now on the part of the champions.
Little double team now. The referee with his back turned. And not only are Ted DiBiase and IRS skilled with wrestling moves, they're also very skilled at stretching the rules, shall we say.
A little deviation from the rules there didn't hurt anybody, really.
Well, it certainly
But
hurt Luke.
Yes. It enhanced their chances of retaining those belts. Danny Davis getting a little fed up with this right now, trying to keep some sort of order. How difficult that is.
Well, added incentive here for both of these superstars who make up Money Incorporated. They hate to part with anything of value, and those gold belts are worth a lot here in the WWF.
Well, intrinsically and intrinsically, they're worth a lot. But Jimmy Hart has scored his men very well indeed in the right tactics.
See them using those questionable tactics again, the leverage here. Referee trying to keep a close eye, but it is very tough to keep order in this encounter, and Butch is not helping Luke out at all by getting into the ring. DiBiase, Grapevine.
I'm afraid authority is slipping away from our referee here, Davis. He's allowing things to take place he should stop. And it's awfully difficult to control a tag team contest, especially when the ingredients are the Bushwhackers on one side and the champions on the other.
Davis did not see the tag, but is apparently going to let it go. 2 elbows right to the chest. IRS the legal man in.
And a little swagger there by DiBiase as he exited the ring on his tag team change.
Hooks the leg. Can't keep Luke down. He wants to make the tag, but just out of reach of Butch.
Sean and the crowd here really helping out Butch in his time of need. They're all behind the Bushwhackers. I don't think the champions have a single supporter here. However, they're faring very, very well.
Little double team action now. Luke trapped in the corner of Money Incorporated. A long way from home. DiBiase puts the head down as Luke pulls up and brings a boot to the face of the $1 Million Man. First time we have seen Ted DiBiase shake it up. Crawling back to his corner, makes the tag, and in comes Irwin R. Shyster. Luke makes the tag. Now it's Butch in for the Bushwhackers.
And that's a very fresh Butch indeed. He brings everybody here to their feet.
The crowd erupts as Butch begins to clean house. Here's the battering ram again. IRS with a target on his chest, and they pinpoint.
And with his history, oh my word, that should definitely have been a cover there for the Bushwhackers.
Now it's an all-out brawl. Jimmy Hart comes in with a megaphone, but Butch sees him coming. Jimmy Hart caught, but the ploy works. IRS attacks Butch from behind, hooks the leg, and will keep Butch down for the count of 3. This battle is over.
And still World Wrestling Federation champion,
Everybody's got a
Money Incorporated.
Well, Lord Alfred Hayes, Jimmy Hart accomplished what he set out to do in this encounter. Money Incorporated,
And here
as far
we
as he's
see
going to stand in the record
exactly
books.
what took place here. Butch tried to grab Jimmy Hart. He diverted his attention, and unfortunately for Butch, IRS was behind him. It was a gallant effort by the Bushwhackers, but to no avail. And there they are, still the champions, Money Incorporated.
All right, Bobby, in the game of tennis, the most... Hey, just a second. You want to pay attention?
It's the Freeberg sisters.
Freebet. If you want to learn how to play this game, please, I would like to have your undivided attention.
Got it.
Most important part of the game is the serve. Most important part of the serve is the ball toss. However, a couple of fundamentals you should remember. This shoulder must be pointed toward the net during the serve.
Got it.
All right. Now, on the ball toss, you come around with the racket across your body like this.
You bring it back.
Yeah,
as far as
not
you...
back like this.
Hey!
Well, I'm
Watch
sorry
with that
about
big fly swatter.
I was just thinking, but it's very important that you come up and over and across your body and make that step forward. There's where you get the power.
I got it.
All right, we ready?
We're ready.
Let's give it a try right here. Take a look very closely.
Whoa! You just beat an old lady.
Hey, Bobby, why don't you try it?
Oh, I know. You want a real good way to serve?
You watched me close.
Hey, Toots.
Oh, Paul.
Set him right
What is
there,
this?
hon. Set him right there.
What's this?
Thank you. Refresh. See, I left my money in the clubhouse. I'll catch you on the way out later.
Hey, wait a minute. You just stiffed her.
Doesn't matter. Everybody stiffs her. Have a drink. It's on me, Okerlund.
Mind if I do?
Ice cold water.
Somebody Mickey'd that drink.
What do you want? It's free. Drink up.
All right, Bobby Heenan. I want you to get ready because next up, a full match.
A match. Tennis match?
A tennis match.
With who?
Mystery guest. Tell you about it later.
I don't. You know, wait a minute now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Model Rick Martel, I must admit, Lord Alfred Hayes, appears to be in tremendous condition. When he's not looking in the mirror, I suppose he's in the gym. But there's a lot of mirrors there as well, so.
Sean, I thought for one moment
He never
there,
has to stop looking at himself.
you were going to be completely complimentary of the model Rick Martel, but no, you had to spoil it, talking about himself looking in mirrors. You never look in a mirror, I suppose.
Well, Lord Alfred Hayes, there is an extent. I mean, you know, you get up in the morning,
Yes.
take a shower, you comb your hair looking in the mirror, you make sure, you know, maybe in the middle of the day that you're still looking okay, but when you're obsessed with admiring your physique all day long, I think that's a little excessive.
Well, maybe a little bit much, but not for him. It really reassures him for everything he does. Look at this man.
Well, here's one very confident individual, United Kingdom's own British Bulldog, Davy Boy Smith. 275 pounds of rock-hard muscle. And we've got a very interesting encounter here, Lord Alfred Hayes. Another exclusive matchup for Coliseum Video. You've got the power and skill of the British Bulldog and the extreme skill of the model Rick Martel and his arrogance.
Yes, and his fleet of foot too. Don't forget that, because speed is a very, very important factor in this particular match. The Bulldog, doesn't he look confident?
Oh. So does the model Rick Martel. This is going to be some battle, I think, Lord Alfred Hayes.
Yes. Sean, wasn't that a touching moment you and I observed in England a couple of months ago when the Bulldog was there and he won his match at Sheffield Arena,
yes.
and his mother and father were both crying?
Well, Lord Alfred Hayes, you have been in arenas all over the world where Hulk Hogan has come out and the crowd just goes insane.
Yes, they do indeed.
Well, I think we experienced the same feeling at the Sheffield Arena. The British Bulldogs match was the last one of the evening, and when it was all over and they were playing his music, I happened to look up around the arena. Not one person moved from their seats.
No,
They didn't look for the
26,000
exits.
people.
They sat there, stood up, cheering, and you could really see that the British Bulldog, Davy Boy Smith, was really touched. It really was a moving moment.
Yes, it was
A
indeed.
number of moments, I should say. Sure, he had a lot of very close friends there. All of his family was there.
Yes, as I said
It's
before,
great.
his mother and father were crying, tears streaming.
Oh, I
from
also
his
know that
father's eyes.
you spent some time in his little town. And
Yes, I did, in fact, in Gorham. A very nice little town tucked into the dales of Yorkshire.
Model Rick Martel comes charging in, doesn't find a target.
And he's
Davy
a nice
Boy
young
Smith
man.
really
too.
holding on.
Yes, he's a nice young man as well, Davy Boy Smith. But Martel here, a very hardy veteran of the ring. He knows some very, very good little moves that can really disarm you, but he's not having all his own way here. With
Clear
the Bulldog.
example there, Lord Alfred Hayes, of the power that Davy Boy Smith possesses.
Yes.
Martel is not going to beat him at that game.
No, and he seems to be working a lot on the left arm of the model. Maybe he knows something that we're not privy to, working on that left arm. But that is always the hallmark of a great wrestler, which certainly the Englishman is.
Davy Boy Smith set over the second rope. And right there, a clear example, the model Rick Martel using his expertise and skill in the ring.
Now, the referee got physically involved with that, and I'm very, very much surprised at our referee, Dave Hebner, doing that. He should not do that.
Model Rick Martel moving in for the sneak attack from behind. Slams Davy Boy Smith right in the small of his back and the spine.
And two very devastating moves there by the model Rick Martel. He certainly knows how to strike most effectively. Now he's throwing him in to finish him off very, very quickly, but he may be in for a rude awakening here.
Oh,
Oh, I don't know so much, though. He certainly knows what he's doing, Sean. Good moves.
Really going after that lower back area. I would say that is a very good place to start if you try and break down a big man. That's kind of the center point of your balance.
Yes. He doesn't appear to have any weaknesses in his armor at all, though. The Davey Boy Smith, the Bulldog, if you look at him, but he must have somewhere.
Massive. British Bulldog charging in. Rick Martel brings up the knee. What a collision. Here, he hooks a leg. Only gets him for two. It'll take a lot more than that to keep Davey Boy's shoulders pinned to the canvas.
Absolutely. And not only that, Martel a little bit sloppy with that cover. He did hook a leg, but he was a bit lax with the cover. He should have tightened up all over with that. And now he's paying for that mistake.
Surprised he wanted to stand toe-to-toe there with the British Bulldog. Clothesline takes him off his feet. Should have stayed down.
Great tenacity being shown by the British Bulldog here. Martel opts to not face that particular move, but he's not going to get away with it lightly.
Now sent into the apron. Martel really taking a beating now at this point. Oh. What a hard shot to the midsection. Over with a sunset flip. Whoa.
Wow.
Martel makes a mistake. Dave Hebner came in, cautioned him for holding on to the ropes. When he let go, Davey Boy Smith just brought him over, put his shoulders at the canvas. Lord Alfred Hayes, look at the shocked gaze on the face of Rick Martel. He cannot believe the way this encounter ended.
Well, the Englishman has many ways to beat you, and he just demonstrated one of them there. And all in all, a brilliant victory for the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith.
First of all, I'd like to thank Coliseum Video for choosing me for a personal profile. I feel honored and it's greatly appreciated. I've been in the World Wrestling Federation a long time, and no matter what the outcome's been, I've always tried my hardest. I give it my best all the time. I come from a wrestling family, and with the support of my family, I try to do the excellence of execution with every move. I've prospered real well in the World Wrestling Federation, like the time when I faced the Intercontinental Champion, Mr. Perfect, at SummerSlam 1991.
Two superstars here in the World Wrestling Federation. Cover! Cover! Two! No, 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 no! Brett, concentrate on the match! Concentrate on the match! Forget the official, Brett! My God, I thought he had him. Look at Perfect seizing the opportunity. Not like this. Rolls him up. Oh, couldn't get him either. I can't believe it. Coach racing around to the other side of the ring to add assistance, but look out. Hitman's already there. Oh.
I have never seen a match go one way, then the other, back and forth so many times.
They must watch the count. If men get counted out, there will be no title change. Hart must watch the count carefully.
But Hitman is aware of the count because you notice he threw Mr. Perfect in first. He didn't try to get in.
Look at Perfect. He looks like he's looking for a way out.
Hart going to another portion of the body now. Interesting. Going, maybe setting up for the sharpshooter.
How much time do we have? Are we close to the time limit?
Absolutely not.
I don't see how they can go much longer at this pace.
Oh, look at this. He's got it halfway on. The coach is up on the apron. And there goes the coach.
He hit a man with glasses.
No, no. Don't get down, Brett. Oh. No, not like this.
He hit the coach, a man wearing glasses. I can't believe this.
Cheap shot by Perfect.
Coach had no business on the apron interfering.
He didn't interfere.
It's just the Hitman was just about to slap on that sharpshooter, and the coach knew it.
Perfect is pulling out all stops now.
Momentarily, coach has saved the day. Listen to this chant here by this capacity crowd.
I can't hear. What are they chanting?
Let's go, Brett.
Deafening in here. Believe the coach has a broken nose.
Good.
Nice block there, that move. Oh, he's got that hole half applied on the canvas. He's turning him over.
Beautiful counter.
The sharpshooter. He's got it. He's got it. No. We've got a new champion. We got a new champion. No. All right.
The winner of this match, and new
The new Intercontinental Champion, Bret the Hitman Hart. Tear him up, Bret. Tear him up, man. Looking perfect. He's hurt. He wants out of there. We got us a new champion. And he deserves it. This place is going bananas.
Hey, I'll never forget that incredible feeling of putting Mr. Perfect in the sharpshooter to win the Intercontinental title. With my mom and dad up in the stands, it was definitely one of the greatest moments in my career. Then there's other title defenses, like the time during a special called This Tuesday in Texas. Well, to tell you the truth, it doesn't matter whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Friday. The excellence of execution works any day. Just ask that dirty little rat, the Skinner.
Suplex and a beauty.
Get him right between the eyes.
2 count once again doesn't hold down Skinner.
Get to that can of dip.
But boy, is it taking its toll. Backbreaker coming up. Oh, right on the money.
You want to be champion, you want to be hip. Get to that dip.
Hitman, what an elbow. Finds the mark. 1, 2, no.
This is one tough customer, pal. Here we go. He's got him.
From behind, sunset roll up now. Nice leverage move by the Hitman, and he's right out after Skinner.
This is where Skinner likes it. He likes it on the floor. He likes to get dirty, he likes to get down.
Ramming the face of the Hitman right into the apron.
Get him in there, Skinner. You gotta beat him.
Both of these guys have absorbed an awful lot of punishment so far in this one.
And this is the first match. This is the first match.
Oh, nice move by Bret. And a nice counter move by Skinner.
This is like something you'd see late at night, about 3 in the morning on Alligator Alley or Central Park. He wants it bad, Skinner.
Skinner going up to this high-risk area here. At this point in time, at this point in the match, very dangerous place to be. He got caught.
We don't know where he's going.
Oh, looks like the Hitman is setting him up for the sharpshooter. He's got it twisted. He's got it over.
He's got him. He's got him. Skinner's undefeated.
Forget about it.
Now he's not.
The winner of this bout,
What a match. What a match.
still Intercontinental Champion, Bret Hitman Hart.
Successful title defense by Bret the Hitman. Still reigning Intercontinental Champion here in the World Wrestling Federation. But Skinner really gave him a run for the money.
Wow, I'd say the hardest part of that match was fighting off Skinner's horrible smell. Again, I want to thank Coliseum Video and all my fans for supporting the Hitman. I promise you this, as long as I'm the World Wrestling Federation Intercontinental Champion, I'll take on every challenge, and I'll live up to why they call me the excellence of execution.
The following contest is scheduled for the World Wrestling Federation Intercontinental title. Introducing first, the challenger in the ring, weighing in at 301 pounds. Here is the Barbarian.
Big opportunity here today for the huge Barbarian. He has a shot at the Intercontinental Championship. You heard the announcement. The title will be on the line. And the superstar defending the belt, Bret the Hitman Hart, about to make his appearance. And the folks love the Hitman here in Springfield. Resounding cheers. And he really is some champion, Lord Alfred Hayes.
He truly is a great, great champion. However, he's really going to be put to a task here today against Barbarian. I have never seen Barbarian looking this intense before. He's going to be a different type of man in the ring today, Barbarian. He is determined to wear that gold himself.
Your Lordship, what is the Hitman going to have to do in this encounter to retain the title? The Barbarian certainly the more powerful of the two.
And the girls love him too.
With the Barbarian?
No. They probably love him, so I don't know. But
wait a minute, the Barbarian a little premature here.
Well, he's just trying it on for size, Sean. Bret Hart is going to have to use all that excellent execution that we know he's capable of.
Oh, look at this. Not quite a perfect fit.
No.
Move it over a little.
And he's going to have to use that blazing speed that we also know he's capable of. And he's got to stay out of close physical contact. Although I must say that at the moment, Bret Hart is more chunkier, he's more heavier, and he has developed, since his tenure as the champion, a lot of upper body strength in excess of what he possessed before.
Well, we will see if it helps him out in this encounter. Certainly the drive is there. Refuses to be intimidated by the Barbarian. Gave the Barbarian a little extra shot there when the referee attempted to break it up. That sent a very clear message to the Barbarian. Hitman not going to be pushed around.
No, Sean, we know the Barbarian has tremendous potential, but have you ever seen such a cool customer ever inside the roped arena?
Never. Oh. And a powerful shoulder block knocks the Hitman right out of the ring, almost back into the locker room.
Tremendous impetus there. What power Barbarian possesses, and that was a tremendous display of that power, and that surely has shaken up the champion.
I would love to get another look at that. It was an incredible move on the part of the Barbarian, but the Hitman refuses to let down here. He hops right back in and goes to work.
He has great conditioning, Sean, and that's what's enabling him at the moment to get back into the ring so easily, so light-footed. He really is a superb man. You have to admire him. Look at that. He ran up against the wall of Jericho there.
Yes. The Hitman just crumpled after colliding with the Barbarian. I would think after 2 times, Lord Alfred Hayes, the Hitman would realize he should go to another game plan. He's not going to take down the Barbarian that way. Tries with a flying body tackle. Barbarian is waiting, catches Bret Hart in his arms, and slams him to the canvas.
Well, he played right into the strengths of the Barbarian there.
There's the quickness. Moves out of the way of that elbow. And some really hard rights.
Sean, obviously, Bret Hart there trapped Barbarian into a move that Barbarian, where he committed a mistake, but I don't really agree with what Bret Hart did, because he sacrifices so much of himself in the beginning to establish this move to get on top. They were crunching blows.
I would agree, Lord Alfred Hayes, because those collisions could have taken everything out of the Hitman, and he could have been in serious trouble. He is putting the Intercontinental Championship on the line, so it's not just a victory. He could lose here.
He could lose everything, you're so right. But he is such a talented youngster. He does everything so well. I don't like to see him take chances like that, though. Nice arm drag.
Holding on. Working on that left arm, Lord Alfred Hayes.
Yes, and here's another ploy by Bret Hart I've not seen him use before. He's actually slowing the tempo of this match down. Barbarian wanted it moving a little more quickly than this.
Seems the Hitman is now going after body parts too, Lord Alfred Hayes.
Yes.
Instead of the entire package. Breaks free of that bear hug, using the only tactic he could at that point.
Well, he mixes a little primitive with a little finesse too.
Yes.
I don't know whether that's commendable or not, but it certainly served its purpose.
Continues to work on that left arm. And the folks clearly behind the Hitman here at the Springfield Civic Center.
Watch for a break here.
Referee moves in. And this is a very dangerous point.
Yes.
Barbarian comes up with the boot. Certainly could expect that from a massive superstar. Bret Hart off the ropes, once again into the arms of the Barbarian. He just falls back and drops the Hitman across the top rope. And first contact was made with his throat.
The hallmark of a good wrestler there, Barbarian. He put his arms in the air on that break and then forward Hart into thinking it was an aerial attack. He struck him with his foot, and then he ducked and hit him with the top rope. Two super moves there by Barbarian, I should say. And that is what causes one, or enables one, to bring off a victory.
But the Hitman Hart still clutching his throat. Slammed to the arena floor. Second time he has found himself out of the ring, and now the Barbarian continues the battle outside.
And just look how he takes his time. He's not being rushed into anything. He's super cautious, and then he really strikes home with his own attack.
Rams the Hitman hard into that steel post, and again. And you can see the pain as a result of that collision. Pounding away now. Referee wants to see the superstars back into the squared circle, but really at this point the Hitman is not capable of that.
No, well, the referee being very tolerant, and quite rightly so, because the advantage laid there with the Barbarian. So the referee stopped his count to give the champion a chance to get back in the ring, and that may not be so easy. Look at him. He's down there suffering.
Hitman has got to be careful here. Does not want to be counted out, but I'm sure the Barbarian is aware of the fact he cannot take the title as a result of a countout, Lord Alfred Hayes.
No. What do you think of the strategy at the moment by the Barbarian, Sean? Is that good, do you think?
I don't believe that that was a wise move on his part to inflict so much damage on the Hitman outside of the ring.
No. That could have been his downfall there, because had Bret Hart not come back into the ring, the belt would not have changed hands, because it can now while he's inside the ring. A good decision by the referee there to not continue that count.
Shot by the Barbarian. Bret the Hitman Hart still obviously in big trouble. Lamp Hart into that corner. Great angle. About as close as I'd like to get to the action.
Yes.
In this case.
And look at that shot, Sean. Our cameraman taking us right in the ring there. You were talking about great angles before. That was another good one. You cannot be closer to the action than that.
Right up now with the backbreaker. Barbarian working on both sides of the Hitman. Really did some serious damage to the chest now. Working on the back. Goes for a cover here.
Oh, awfully close. Almost a mental lapse on the part of the champion then. Cost him the belt. Almost cost him that very dearly indeed. And Barbarian in full flight here, doing so remarkably well.
Hitman appears to be on autopilot at this point, refusing to give up, but really suffering at the hands of the Barbarian. Now in a bear hug.
Bret Hart has got to suck some oxygen into that body, get that strength back again.
He's got to break free. Got to get loose. The Intercontinental Championship on the line in this encounter. The Barbarian smells victory.
Barbarian faring much better than I think most people had expected. Although I was expecting an encounter like this, I think the Barbarian is long overdue for a victory in a championship match, and this could be it. He's really close to the goal. Another primitive but desperation move there by Bret Hart.
Exactly, your lordship. The Hitman knew that if he didn't break free, it was going to be over. Barbarian enraged, though, over that tactic used by the Hitman. Plans to make him pay for it dearly.
Sean, there is one thing that surprises me right at this moment. Barbarian has made no attempt to pin his man. He hasn't gone for a 1-2-3 at all. Do you think there's something to that?
Well, he made one lackluster attempt, but he is enjoying himself at this point. There's no need to hurry things up. Although I'm sure he is anxious to feel the gold around his waist. You can't do that with a hitman. You better go for the kill when you have the opportunity. As Bret Hart fires back down, makes a cover, does not hook the leg, and there is no way you are going to keep the Barbarian down unless you get him totally wrapped up.
Look at this. This is his forte, Bret Hart. Just when you think he's right out of it, back he comes with a vengeance. And look at him now. Barbarian completely at his mercy. Who would have thought this just 2 minutes ago?
Another cover, no.
Ah, so close indeed to hanging on to that championship belt. Bret Hart really is a superb person. I take my hat off to him.
Steps across the grapevine. Slams the Barbarian back once again. There's a cover, and now the Hitman catapulted right over the bottom rope onto the floor. Sure, he's getting awfully tired of kissing the concrete out there, Lord Alfred Hayes.
I'm sure he is. Bret Hart, who normally knows where geographically he's located in the ring, fell a little bit short of that.
Over the top of the sunset flip. Can he bring the Barbarian down? Barbarian continues to fight to keep his balance. Over he goes. Hooks the shoulder. But can't get both of them.
Some vintage wrestling here by both men. Just absolutely superb championship form being displayed by both of them. Barbarian, he's got the tables in his favor momentarily at the moment, but Bret Hart keeps coming back at him. The champion so persistent, so persevering.
Delayed suplex. The Hitman laid out. Now the Barbarian coming across now for the cover, grabs the leg. Is this it for the Hitman? No! The Barbarian using everything he's got, and he believes that was a slow count on the part of the referee. I think he believes that Intercontinental belt should be his right now, Lord Alfred Hayes.
I'm sure that's what's been emblazoned on his mind all this time. Barbarian, look at him. He's going really hard for it now. Now I believe he's got 1, 2, 3.
Tries to set for the suplex. But Bret the Hitman Hart uses a small package. And the Barbarian falls victim and loses this encounter. And that is why Bret Hart is known to be such an incredible champion here in the WWF. You can never, ever count him out. And he will fight to the death to keep the Intercontinental belts around his waist. Here's another look of some of the action that went down in this encounter.
Yes, Hart hung on by the skin of his teeth there. It was really a valiant effort there by Barbarian, but that is a superb move by the champion, Bret Hart. He still hangs on to that magnificent championship belt.
Yeah, that's it, Bobby. Here's where the McEnroes, the Connors, the Grafs, the Capriottis, the Sellises.
Well, hand him to me. Come on.
See, Bobby, you're not even getting to the ball. This is what they work on, volleying back and forth for hours every... Oh. Oh.
Hey, come on. Come on, Toots. At least you can stand up and play. Stay tuned for this. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a new racket. Something wrong with this racket. I may even choke her.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Coming to the ring by their manager, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy.
Well, Alfred Hayes, I believe if I were going to give this encounter a name, I believe I'd call this a revenge match. Knobbs and Sags, two of the most unruly superstars ever step into the ring here in the WWF. They play by no rules.
Would you specify that a little bit more to my liking, Sean, and your
Well, I would
beginning
say-
statement. Why
Yes.
is it a revenge match? Whose revenge upon whom?
Well, do I, first of all, have to explain the bad feelings that have continued to exist
No, not at all.
between,
Their opponents.
you can hear the rumbling, you know who I'm speaking of,
I can feel the rumbling too.
the natural disasters, earthquake, and typhoon, no longer under the management of the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. You know that the breaking up was not pretty. The management of Jimmy Hart separating from earthquake and typhoon.
But it certainly was one of the coups of 1992, though.
Well, they have vowed to make not only Jimmy Hart pay, but anybody associated with him. That includes the Nasty Boys, the two superstars who have given the task of stepping into the ring with the natural disasters.
I'm so upset I can't even talk.
See?
He's so upset.
He can't even talk. Now that he must really be upset.
I don't believe that for one moment. This trio talks more than anybody I know in the World Wrestling Federation. They are constantly chattering and nattering. There you are. You see, there's a most complimentary thing coming from Knobs there.
There's some brave little kids up there in the front row. I don't think I'd get that close.
No, I don't think I would either. Very, very passive action there by Earthquake and Typhoon. They're not going to let this ruffle their feathers at all.
Lord Alfred Hayes, considering not only the massive size,
of natural disasters, baby.
nasty size, the natural disasters. This I've got to see. I was going to say, Your Lordship, considering not only the size of the natural disasters, they have a combined weight of over 850 pounds. As you can see, Sags finding out how difficult it is to raise up over 350 with
Yes.
that 850 pounds.
He discovered that in a hurry there. That was a very nice body slam, incidentally, by Typhoon. He twisted him in mid-air and brought him back down on his side. No chance to break his foot. Oh, what?
I don't think that was quite a full Typhoon, Lord Alfred Hayes, but it was enough to drop Sags. He's had enough.
It was a kind
The
of...
point I was trying to get across, Lord Alfred Hayes,
Yes.
is considering not only the size of the natural disasters, but just how angry they are. Jimmy Hart, what are the Nasty Boys going to have to do today to come up with a victory?
Well, stick to the plan that has been
Purchase
successful.
guns, maybe?
No. Believe me, Jimmy Hart never enters into any match at all without a game plan. And I wouldn't mind betting his game plan here could be a successful one. However unbeatable they may look, this combination of the natural disasters, they must have a
Earthquake
weakness
really
somewhere.
showing his incredible power. Knobs, I think he lost his mind for a second there, trying to match power for power.
Indeed. Look at Knobs. He's 6 feet 3 inches, weighs 300 pounds or more, and yet he looks like a baby almost in comparison to Earthquake.
Knobs, body slam. He turned over, perhaps not to look at what was coming next, I think.
Yes. Close your eyes, don't see it happening. See, there's a nice move.
He had a nice move. He hit Earthquake in the back with that megaphone.
Well, that's
You
tag
saw
team
him
tactics.
slip it to the arena floor when the referee turned around.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can not see, Lord Alfred Hayes, when you want to.
What I did see, though, was Earthquake go down.
Why would you have any allegiance whatsoever to Knobs and Sags?
I don't.
Why
I really
what
don't.
is your favoritism here?
Well, I admired them when they were the tag team champions. They really did hold that against all and sundry. They never ducked a challenge. And that's probably why they're not the champions today. If they'd have been a little more, say, choosing in their way that they fought their opposition, they may still be the champions today.
Well, I would agree with that point, but considering what Alfred Hayes, just how formal you are and how much you believe in manners and how you... of anybody who would be appalled at the behavior of the Nasty Boys, I think it would be you. Well, here you're unforgiving.
I'm appalled at their graffiti, but they do that outside the ring.
What about their pit stop move?
Oh, that's disgusting. That's terrible. That is just an awful move. I hope they don't do that. That revolts me.
The Nasty Boys really taking control here, which is very surprising. It's not often you see Earthquake suffer so much damage. But it is taking two men to control him. He really is a massive individual.
Sean, you're so right. When you said that just now, I was trying to think the last time I saw Earthquake take such a beating during the course of a match, and I can't remember ever seeing this happen to him before. So this game plan of Jimmy Hart seems to be working. They've had him down on the canvas more times than anybody else, any other team I've ever seen.
They're trying to keep Earthquake away from his corner. Typhoon, the fresh man, and as you can see, he's very anxious to get back in there. Sags tries with an elbow. It's going to take more than that to drop the huge superstar. There's two. Sags does not allow the tag.
Well, they've really got this big man teetering and tottering around the ring. If they can get his shoulders down now, this may be all over. Like I said to you before, Sean, there is a game plan always every time they come into the ring with Jimmy Hart. And apparently his game plan is working very, very well indeed.
That strategy includes keeping Earthquake away from his corner. Break the big man down, and you can see the Nasty Boys have so far been very effective in doing that.
They have. They're trying to move a mountain there, though. Oh, dear.
Big mistake.
Oh, a cardinal error there committed by Knobbs.
Earthquake still does not have the strength to get back to his corner. It allows Sags to come in as Knobbs checks out. See if they can keep it up. Comes over with a sunset flip. Oh, does not stand a chance at dropping Earthquake. I'm sure Sags is gasping for breath at this point. It's almost when he got in that position, he went, uh-oh.
Yes, and look, he can't move. He's been laid low, and that's still the situation that prevails.
850-pound crush. Jimmy Hart gets too close to the apron. I'm sure Typhoon has waited for this. Oh, look at this. Jimmy Hart sent flying into the ring.
Here are your winners.
Let's get the official word.
Natural disasters.
Lord Alfred Hayes had really got out of control in this encounter in the end. The natural disasters, I'm sure, getting some satisfaction.
Indeed. The Nasty Boys worked and labored very hard for victory there, but it was to no avail, and that really was a super victory by the Natural Disasters.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is for the World Wrestling Federation Championship.
Lord Alfred Hayes,
It is scheduled for
Jimmy Hart, and Erwin R. Shyster have not even reached the ring yet.
His manager, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart.
Already you can feel the tension.
Hailing from Washington, D.C., weighing 248 pounds, Erwin R. Shyster, otherwise known as IRS.
Look at this, baby. One half of the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions.
I know why you people support the Macho Man. You people at home, and especially you people in this arena, are nothing but a bunch of tax evaders and tax cheats. That's why.
Is he alluding that the Macho Man Randy Savage is a tax cheat? You better keep in mind that Randy Savage heard what he just said.
Don't forget, IRS is privy to all sorts of information. Nobody's safe.
Lordship, this could prove to be a very, very interesting encounter. A Coliseum exclusive matchup. Coliseum video. This encounter will be for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. Erwin R. Shyster has the opportunity to walk away with 2 WWF title belts. He is already the holder of one half of the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship, and he could possibly become new World Wrestling Federation champion.
I must agree with you, Sean. We've come a long way down here to Kalamazoo, especially for this fantastic title match. But I really would like to stick my neck out at this point and say that if anybody has the beatings of the Macho Man, it is IRS Irwin R. Shyster, who has shown us a lot of skills over the past. He's a very powerful performer, a very, very gifted wrestler. And quite honestly, I think that the Macho Man can meet his Waterloo here against this fellow, IRS, a gifted and talented wrestler, as well as a gifted and talented CPA or something like that.
Well, he has a CPA's license.
Yes, he does. Well, he does that for his man, Ted DiBiase.
Now, we almost got a shot inside of that briefcase, Lord Alfred Hayes, and I was really trying to see what was in there.
Yes, I was too.
Can you imagine? I'd like to get the key to that.
Yes.
The files.
Yes. Do you know that he has that lined with steel so that it's fireproof? Just in case the building's caught fire or something, or somebody tried to set light to it. All those records would still remain intact.
I did not know that.
Yes.
I'm sure there's quite a few people who would like to see some of what he has on paper destroyed.
Sean, there's quite a few people who have felt the fact that that steel briefcase is, in fact, lined with steel, as we said before.
Macho Man Randy Savage very anxious to get at the Tough Tax Man. You had mentioned earlier, Lord Alfred Hayes, you were kind of surprised that the Macho Man would agree to an encounter. Put the title on the line against Irwin R. Shyster.
Well, quite honestly, Sean, he didn't want to. He wanted to choose an easier opponent. But Jack Tunney, our president, always on the job, made him take this title defense match against IRS, who at the moment is the most logical and #1 contender.
Macho Man in a foul mood today. He is not fond of the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, that we have known for a long time.
That's true.
And
but
the threats that IRS has made, Lord Alfred Hayes, has only further enraged the champion of the WWF. And he said he was going to make IRS pay severely in this encounter.
An idle boast and a play on words, too, that's unbecoming of anybody. You too, Sean. I know that sooner or later I'm going to hear some things from you about paying debts and I don't know, putting it in the black ink column or something, in the red. I don't know.
In the red.
Yes.
Plans to not only make him red, but black and blue.
Yes.
Put him in the black.
Yes, absolutely. A very uncouth fellow, but a great wrestler, Macho Man Randy Savage. His language.
Now, wait a minute, Lord Alfred Hayes. I'm going to tell you right now, I know that the champion, the Macho Man, is going to acquire a copy of WrestleFest 92. He will listen to every moment of this exciting tape, and he's going to hear what you just said.
Well, that's
so I'm going to give you the opportunity to retract that statement.
I don't.
You said he was uncouth.
Yes, he is uncouth. I don't want that. He rather takes a pride in the way he can handle gutter language. I'm telling you, he rather likes that. Sometimes the things he says, well, you couldn't possibly say them on television or on the air anywhere at all. Even so, it doesn't detract from what he does inside the ring. He is a superb wrestler, and don't let us ever lose sight of the fact that he once held this WWF Championship for a long time, and now he's got it again. That in itself, showing all that tenacity and resolve, is a superb effort.
Dave Hebner gets in the middle of the action. Perhaps not a wise move, but it allows the Macho Man Randy Savage to back off. IRS makes a mistake of bringing up the boot. And the Macho Man Randy Savage answers that move by atomic dropping him over the top rope. And boy, there's a lot of force behind that move. Randy Savage takes the battle outside and takes out both Irwin R. Shyster and his manager, the Mouth of the South.
And he rolls him into the ring. He wants a nice clean 1, 2, 3. And believe me, he could get it right here. IRS extremely slow getting to his feet.
Off the top rope. Double axe handle right between the eyes. Oh, so close.
That was certainly a test of the mettle of the IRS man, Shyster, because he looked as if he was definitely going to go down in defeat just then, but he hung in there grimly, great courage shown, and here's a little bit of foolhardiness by his manager.
Jimmy Hart gets involved in this case. It works as Shyster comes in from behind, drops the leg. They've done some serious damage. And Shyster keeps right after the Macho Man, sends him over the top rope as he goes crashing to the arena floor. Boy, do we have a good look at that.
Yes, we had a good look at one
Jimmy
shot
Hart.
to the face, too.
What a mouse. What a mouse.
What a wimp is right. I must echo those words, Sean. I don't always like to agree with you, but sometimes you're forced to. However, look at this. Shyster
No,
took
you
plenty of
are in
breathing
a
room.
real spry mood today.
Thank you, Sean.
Would you have some fruit with your cereal this morning or what?
No, I just, no, I won't tell you about it. Shyster took some great breathing space there, came out, inflicted a little more damage to the Macho Man. He knows he's really got to hurt him to be on top. And now this is great, great wrestling tactics being shown by Shyster. I told you, Sean, he looks like taking this championship away from the Macho Man, and that's a cheating hold there.
Can he keep the shoulders down? Well, you have to admit, Lord Alfred Hayes, that that outfit that IRS steps into the ring with is certainly lends itself to grabbing onto. He's got a belt on, a tie, and suspenders, or bracers, as you call them.
Yes. Sean, you really do surprise me. Look at all that grabbing hold material that the Macho Man has. He has.
Yeah, but it's elastic. It gives.
Oh, so that's not cheating then?
Well, it's a little
like
tougher to get a hold of, is what I'm saying. It really doesn't do you much good to grab onto it, but IRS in his situation, you grab onto that belt, it's not going to give.
So you are admitting then that the Macho Man will resort to illegal methods of wrestling
Lord
to beat
Alfred
his
Hayes,
man.
let me ask you this. If you were the champion of the World Wrestling Federation, wouldn't you do whatever it took to hold on to the gold?
Absolutely.
Okay, I rest my case. Randy Savage rolls up IRS as he complains to the referee. And the Macho Man almost ended this encounter.
And now you're seeing superb wrestling at its very, very best here by two complete masters. And look at this, bang, 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 it's like the sock exchange.
Or a boxing match. Randy Savage takes a shot to the midsection, stumbles over the second rope. IRS, I'm sure, appreciating this.
Well, he looks stunned.
He's, yes, trying to recover.
And that's the very first time in this match we've seen the Shyster looking a little stunned there. Savage full-heartedly there trying to get back into the ring. Well, maybe not so full-heartedly.
I think he lost his bearings.
Yes. Mouth of the South likes this move.
We have not really discussed, Lord Alfred Hayes, the motives for Irwin R. Shyster. I think the biggest one is greed. There's nothing he would like better than to be the recipient of 2 World Wrestling Federation Championship belts. Just to think of the belt's worth, but not only the prestige and the green it brings.
Oh, can you
the
imagine?
gold brings.
Holding 2 belts at the same time. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to look into the annals of our history and find out if anybody actually ever held that particular achievement.
I suppose the $1 Million Man is somewhere in the vicinity. He is very obvious by his absence.
Well, I would say that there is no doubt whatsoever that the $1 Million Man is here, probably ensconced somewhere nicely in a seat, living in the lap of luxury as he does. He could easily buy a whole row of seats here for himself, or a box just to watch this. And they're very, very friendly indeed. Himself and IRS.
IRS gets his feet up on the ropes. He had him up there for a long time before Dave Hebner finally sent him flying.
And I think this is a little ill-advised on the part of IRS. This is not his territory. He's unfamiliar with that. Look at that.
Good call, Lord Alfred Hayes. It certainly wasn't as he came off the top rope. Randy Savage brought up the boot. Slammed right into the chin of the tough tax man. Doesn't look so tough right now.
No, in fact, I think right just there and then that Randy Savage was playing a little possum, because look at him, nobody could come back that quickly. He was obviously waiting there. He's a superb master of those type of tactics, Savage. He just waited, regained his strength. Oh, he does seem unsteady on his feet, though.
Macho Man Randy Savage clearly with the advantage in this encounter. Irwin R. Shyster must beat the Macho Man.
And there he held the tie. Oh, great move there by Shyster. Just moving in time.
But when I say IRS must beat the Macho Man, he must get a clear pin. Count out or a disqualification is not going to give Shyster the belt.
And history history almost being made just then, as Shyster went for that cover.
And he's got a slight smile on his face. Surprised he takes a chance like this as Jimmy Hart bring up the briefcase. Attempts to slam Randy Savage's head into it, but it's IRS who goes face first into the leather and steel, as you mentioned earlier, Lord Alfred Hayes.
He certainly did, and look at this, Savage in what is his realm, right at the top of that turnbuckle. Oh!
Drops the elbow, right on the chest, hooks the leg. And a clean victory here for the reigning champion of the World Wrestling Federation as he defeats Irwin R. Shyster.
And still, World Wrestling Federation champion, Macho Man, Randy Savage.
And what an exclusive matchup we have just witnessed for Coliseum Video to be included on WrestleFest 92, Lord Alfred Hayes. And I would say that this encounter will long be remembered as one of the greatest title defenses by the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Here's another look.
Yeah, Savage showed us those flashes of brilliance that he is capable of. He truly is a great champion, and only a move like this could secure another victory for him whereby he retains his title. RAS did superbly well, but not quite well enough to bring off that challenge against the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Here he is, the champion, Randy the Macho Man Savage.
All your Coliseum Video fans, me and Berserk has something very, very special for you. Yes, very special. Please listen, please. Berserk and I will show you how to show you a very, very special party. That's right, party. We're gonna show you how to make a very successful party where everybody be very, very happy. That's right, happy. Step one. Yeah. You hear? Step one. First, Berserk and I will have 9 big invitations.
Invitations, addresses, stamps, party, who to invite. That ain't how you get guests. This is how you get guests. Hush, 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 hush. You want to come to a party?
No, I don't even know you.
Great, then you'll come.
Hey.
Whoa! This is how you get your guests. Hush! Whoa! Hush! Hush! Hush!
Wow! I got this RSVP, huh? But let me tell you, step number 2, boy sound and girl sound, number 2, is how to keep the guests happy. In other words, entertainment.
To have a real fun party, the Berserker recommends these. You know, you gotta keep them guests entertained. Everybody's gotta have a lot of fun with lots of little gimmicks and stuff, like these right here. Yeah, that's better. Now they're working. Everybody can have lots of fun with these. These are real good. They don't taste bad either.
So let's have lots of let's have a lot of fun. All your Coliseum video fans, are you watching and listening? Are you sure? Let me tell you, in order to have a successful party, step number 3 is we need food. Lots of good food, like beautiful odors. You understand? Caviar. You name it. Fine foods is real important for a successful party. Maybe some fancy hors d'oeuvres, but the Berserker's favorite is them little finger sandwiches I got here. These are real important to make everybody real happy at the party. You know, them peoples, they get happy at them parties and they get real hungry after they get happy. And this is the Berserker style type party. Some nice finger sandwiches. And boy, when they start eating them, are these good? Yummy, yummy. Berserker style type party. Boy, keep them good. Keep them happy. Okay, all you Coliseum video fans out there, I hope you're watching and listening real good to Mr. Fuji and a Berserker in how to throw a really super party.
Hush! 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 Hush!
That's my
Hush.
Berserker,
Hush.
people. My
Hush.
Berserker.
Hush.
And in the future,
Hush.
just look upon us for more
Hush.
ideas. Look
Hush.
for Mr. Fuji
Hush.
and the Berserker.
Hush.
Sayonara!
Hush!
Lock your car, Laura Alfred Hayes?
I don't have to. I have no payments outstanding. You do, I believe. Did you lock yours?
Can't imagine with that jalopy you drive around, you would have any payments. Sure you paid cash.
That's a nice thing to say about my nice car.
Repo Man would want anything to do with your car. He wouldn't get anything for the parts.
Well, it may be a few years old, but it still works. Takes me from A to B. And I've had 1 or 2 maidens in there, too, with me. They seem to be okay.
Oh, really?
Well, let's get back to the match.
I want to hear more about your back seat.
No, I don't want to tell you anything about that.
His opponent, from Cocula, Mexico, weighing 244 pounds, El Matador, Tito Santana.
Olay! There's absolutely no doubt who the fans here in Kalamazoo are going to be rooting for in this encounter. Saw Repo Man skulking to the ring before. He is one sneaky individual. But El Matador, Tito Santana, will use his bullfighting skills to keep a close eye on Repo Man.
And he has considerable skills. This bullfighter, El Matador Tito Santana, he really is a very, very electrifying wrestler. He moves rapidly in the ring. He can switch his attack from very, very skillful to very, very aggressive, high-impact moves. And if he catches you with that Paseo thing that you're always talking about, Sean.
El Paseo de Muerte.
That's the one. You've had it.
Well, 2 very interesting styles meeting head-to-head here. Tito Santana set to face the repossessor, both men. Very cautious at first, they move in, collar and elbow. Santana backed into the ropes. Repo Man sneaks a shot there to the midsection. But it's a shoulder that drops Repo Man. Talk about a surprised look.
I like his attitude. If you're not successful at first, keep on trying. And that's what's made the Repo Man's record look so good.
I suppose in the repossessing business, you have to think that way.
I'm sure you do. I don't know much about the repo business, but I certainly know that inside the ring, this man is a very, very aggressive performer, and he certainly has chalked up a remarkable list of victories. Santana could be the next one amongst those.
Repo Man grabbing the ponytail. Santana helping him out. Referee didn't see it. I think he'd wonder why Santana was brought down so easily.
Well, I don't know, but he really cannot call what he doesn't see. So this referee is doing a good job. He's doing exactly what is expected of him.
There's some of that bullfighting skill as Santana slips out of the way. Drop kick, and Repo Man in trouble now. Arm drag. Santana keeps up the assault.
Oh, Santana is so exciting when he's moving at full speed like that. He really is a superb wrestler, so graceful, so artistic, and to watch him in action is a pleasure indeed.
Really twisting away with that arm bar. El Matador has really turned this encounter around very quickly. Repo Man back on his feet. Santana into the ropes. Really duped Repo Man there. He tried to go up with a leapfrog. Santana pulled up short.
And that was rather pretty to watch, was it?
Flying body tackle.
He's got him. Almost.
Can't hold him.
And
But Santana has not relinquished control, though.
No, the Repo Man is as slippery as he is sneaky, Sean. And here's the hallmark of a good wrestler. When you find a weakness, which is obviously the left arm of the Repo Man, stick with it, come back to it time and time again, and it will eventually pay
Rolls
off.
up Repo Man. Another count of 2. Uses the leverage there. Slams Santana into the turnbuckle. Think about Repo Man, he never lets up.
He certainly doesn't.
Sees any opening, he goes right for it.
He is relentless, you're right, Sean. Nice cover, but did not take the leg. Even so, it was a very, very good escape by Tito Santana. He certainly has his wits about him at all times.
Into the corner and a clothesline. Repo Man still on the offense. Tries a cover, but a weak cover indeed.
Yes, and he was a shade late covering his man there. If I were Repo Man, I would watch Santana very closely now, because I don't think Santana is completely out of it the way he's making believe there. I think he's trying to lure Repo Man into something. I'm not quite sure, but we'll wait and see how this develops.
You see, he has tire treads for knee pads. Imagine you hit one of those like being run over by a truck.
I bet
and you have the tracks to prove it.
Absolutely. I wouldn't like one of those into my face, would you?
No. Well executed body slam. Drops the leg across the throat. Again, slow cover. Does not hook the leg. But Santana certainly being worn down here.
Yeah, and I think they might be token covers, though, Sean, just to show Tito Santana that Repo Man has the upper hand. And Santana, I don't know, maybe I made a misjudgment a little while ago when I said that Santana may be shamming and playing possum a little bit here, because he doesn't seem to have much energy left in him.
Well, never count El Matador Tito Santana out. We have seen him in the ring long enough to know that at any time he can erupt and end an encounter.
And here's an interesting hold that Repo Man is applying. You can see he has that left leg hooked over the left arm and shoulder of Santana, and he has that right one beautifully straddling the stomach, holding the lower limbs of Santana away. Meanwhile, he's isolated the right arm of Santana.
Definitely holding Santana in a very prone position.
And our referee here, Hebner, keeping
Now
a very
using-
close eye. Yes, go ahead,
Now
Sean.
using the leg scissor. Trying to cut off some air. Suppose he could get to the blood flow in the neck there too as well. Very scientific move if you want to break it down.
It is a very scientific move indeed, but look at this, Santana found a counter for that and actually had Repo Man shoulders down for a 2 count. Repo
Back
Man.
to the basic bridge and
Yes.
outside used out his own little scientific way of getting out of that move.
Yes. Repo Man, I believe, is trying to step up the pace here. I think he's found maybe a faster pace is more to his liking.
Misses with a clothesline. Santana fires back with one of his own. It connects, and down goes Repo Man. Santana definitely hurting.
Something must have caught him in the early part of this bout that we missed, Sean, and that can happen with close contact matches.
Elbow to the chin. Repossessor flat on his back. Goes to his knees, and when he comes back up, is dropped again with a clothesline from Santana.
And now Santana putting some moves together. That was nice. Right to the top of the head of the Repo Man. What does that mean, Sean?
Wants to use a flying forearm. Right to the forehead of Repo Man, and he is out of the ring on the concrete floor.
And that was a devastating blow by Santana. He really is now seeking to get back into this match. And if he can bring off another one like that, he will be right back in again. A nice block there.
And once again, Repo Man finds himself outside of the ring. On the floor now. Now the Repo Man has gotten that toe rope. Santana searching for him. Driven right into the midsection is that metal hook at the end of the rope.
And Santana had no idea what Repo Man was doing. Oh my word, that metal hook to the top of the head of Santana. And now he's wrapping the tow rope around his neck. And the referee has called for the bell. I'm not quite sure what his decision is, but it doesn't matter at this point because look what Repo Man is doing to Tito Santana. Oh, gosh.
Santana slammed into the steel ring post. We've got a bell, but it makes no difference at all to Repo Man. He continues to choke El Matador. Three referees trying to break it up, but they cannot overpower Repo Man at all.
No more officials out there like referees are not necessary because they're not going to do anything. What we want is somebody with a strong arm out there.
Well, they need look at Tito Santana foaming at the mouth. He's really in trouble here.
Santana in dire trouble there. They've managed to talk Repo away from him.
They've gotten him away from Santana, but the damage has been done. Let's get the official word on this encounter.
The winner of this bout, as a result of a disqualification, El Matador Tito.
Repo Man gets in a few parting shots. I think it was clear today in this matchup against El Matador Tito Santana, victory was not as important as destroying El Matador.
The following 8-man tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by their manager, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Trying to combine weight, 546 pounds. Here are Knobs and Sags, the Nasty Boys.
The action just continues to get more and more explosive here in the World Wrestling Federation. We're getting set for an 8-man tag team battle. So the Nasty Boys yelling at those people in the front row. Have to know those are their family members.
Family members of whom?
Of them.
Oh, of them?
Yes.
Really?
They're nasty to everybody.
They
told his mother there to get up there in the cheap seats.
I don't think that's his mother, Sean.
You don't think so?
No, I think you're exaggerating now. Just a little
Well,
bit.
she was missing a tooth, so I just figured that must have been a close family relation.
Well, maybe she's one of the Bushwhackers' mother.
Everybody's gonna pay.
Cold scowl on the face of Erwin R. Shyster. Ted DiBiase smiling. The IRS has a lot on his mind these days. So many records to keep, so many lives to ruin.
Yes, that's a busy man there. I think he has some data on you, Sean.
Now, let's not start that load, Alfred Hayes. I cleared that whole matter up with Erwin R. Shyster. Let's not give him any more ideas.
He only
Close
needs
call, though, I must say.
He just needs the slightest inkling, and he's there.
Introducing first, weighing a combined weight of 8.
When you talk about a fearsome foursome,
Here are
the Nasty Boys, Knobs and Sags, along with the tag team champions, Money Incorporated, IRS, the $1 Million Man. They are certainly going to find some opposition in the natural disasters, Earthquake and Typhoon. Now, Lord Alfred Hayes, I'm sure you would agree when I say that natural disasters still have not forgiven North and South Jimmy Hart for his underhanded tactics to get a hold of the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team belts. And it's pretty much come to a head in this encounter, because it was the Legion of Doom, who at the time were stripped of the gold, and the Natural Disasters were the tag team that was pushed aside. So we've got a lot going on in this match.
We certainly have, but really, don't you agree that that was a really smooth piece of work by the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart? It really was a masterpiece of manipulation there to get those two men, Money Incorporated, Shyster and the $1 Million Man, and into a position where they could vie for that tag team championship. Not only that, they won that tag team championship.
We have to keep in mind, Lord Alfred Hayes, when that did occur, the Legion of Doom, Hawk and Animal were in bad shape. Animal at the time suffering a severe injury, and I also believe that that evening that the match took place, Hawk was suffering from the flu or some sickness, so they definitely caught them at a good time, and Jimmy Hart's always doing his homework, knew when to strike. I'm still astounded that he pulled it off, to tell you the truth.
Yes, me too. It left everybody astounded, absolutely breathless. The whole point of that is, on the part of Animal and Hawk, they are trying to satisfy their fans. They don't want to let them down, but they should have let them down. In fact, what they did was let them down even more by losing those titles. They should have said, no, we cannot wrestle tonight. We are not going to wrestle tonight. They should have taken that particular action, instead of which their own vanity led them into the ring and into disaster.
Well, I happen to think that one day, Legion of Doom will again capture the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team belts. Gold not at stake in this encounter, but they certainly could even up the score in a lot of ways. Now, you noticed as LOD arrived, they were followed by their manager, Paul Ellering. Lord Alfred Hayes, you have said already that you've noticed a marked difference in Hawk and Animal.
I have, absolutely. I've known Paul Ellering for a long, long time. In fact, I knew him up in Minneapolis many years ago, and I always looked upon him as a most astute fellow, and he's certainly proving to be that with Animal and Hawk. I think that was another master move by that particular team, but the thing that makes me gasp here is that we have the four top tag teams in the World Wrestling Federation all in the ring at the same time here. That is surely a coup for Coliseum Video.
This is an exclusive matchup for Coliseum Video. Hawk, up to this point, really taking control, showing his power over Ted DiBiase. He cannot count $1 Million Man out. He is so skilled in the ring. But he could not stop that clothesline. Both IRS and Ted DiBiase go down. The Nasty Boys attempt a double clothesline. They're the ones who get taken out. Earthquake and Typhoon get involved, and boy, did they clear the ring in a hurry.
Yes.
Oh, my.
They certainly chose the most inopportune time to come into the ring. And at the moment, Animal, Hawk, Typhoon, and Earthquake are absolutely dominating this encounter, and they look fit to do that all the way through.
As you had mentioned, Lord Alfred Hayes, this really is a classic matchup. I would agree that these are the four top tag teams in the World Wrestling Federation.
Yes, of that there is no doubt. As far as advantages go, the combination of Legion of Doom and Natural Disasters certainly have a tremendous edge in a weight advantage, and with that fellow on the outside directing operations, Paul Ellering. But then if you look across the ring, you'll see Knobbs and Sachs, who once held that championship with a lot of distinction, and they are teamed with the present-day champions. So in skills, they probably have the edge there. This is really a fantastic tag team contest.
Elbow connects to the chin of IRS. Paul Ellering calculating at ringside. Does he have certain signals, Lord Alfred Hayes, that he uses to let Hawk and Animal know when he like to do?
Well, every manager has certain signals that they do use, and they try to vary them week to week, contest by contest, but they don't really rely on those too much.
Hawk in a bad area. As Knobs checks in and takes advantage of a situation where Hawk was trapped by all 4 members. And Earthquake, Typhoon, and Animal do not like what's going on, but they are forced out of the ring by the referee, Joey Morella. And in the process, distracted the official, allowing Hawk to take even more punishment. Not a wise move.
No, well, this combination of both the Nasty Boys and Money Incorporated are masters at distraction. Therefore, I expected some of that play to come into action, and they haven't disappointed me in that respect. But look at Knobs and Sags. They really know how to dominate a match once they get in front. And then you take Money Incorporated, great backing. They're just sort of taking their time. The Shyster and the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. And although they're not in a situation where they're being held in reserve for maybe a bigger concerted physical effort, but, well, now they're bringing DiBiase into action here.
Hawk has really taken a tremendous beating. And with 4 members on a tag team, that really gives each superstar a lot of time to recover, save up their energy. Well, unless Hawk can make a tag soon, this battle could be over.
Well, I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to strive to make that tag team change. The opposition to Hawk are trying to keep him inside the ring as much as possible. But once he escapes, as you pointed out, Sean, they are 3 very, very fresh, strong and fit men on the outside.
Hawk comes alive. Tries to mount some offense. Perhaps he should have used that energy, Lord Alfred Hayes, to tag out. Now both members of the financial team known as Money Incorporated do a little double teaming on Hawk, and he is in very dangerous territory. Double teaming by the Nasty Boys now, as the $1 Million Man and IRS run cover. Hawk really has suffered some punishment. Collision in the center of the ring. It's IRS, whose head is nearly taken off. Rolling over to make the tag. He reaches Ted DiBiase, but Hawk still has not checked out.
No, he still has a lot of cobwebs upstairs.
One thing about Hawk, he refuses to give up. He hates to have anybody get the best of him before he steps out of the ring, and I think that is what he's really feeding off of at this point.
Do you think he has dreams of revenge in this particular match then, of staying in there until he can eventually clobber someone?
Certainly. Lord Alfred Hayes, you have seen him in a number of encounters, and it is rare that an individual will get the best of Hawk.
Yes, he's the most tenacious wrestler, but here we go. Animal inside now.
And he really is going wild. An animal on the loose. Drop kicks and clotheslines. Earthquake is the legal man in, but Typhoon doesn't seem to pay any attention to that. Body slam.
I think Typhoon's been waiting to get into the action for a long time.
And it has really turned into an all-out brawl now. All 8 men into the squared circle.
And that was a nice intervention by Sags. He stopped a probable demise of his own foursome there by coming into the ring at that particular time.
Your Lordship, you have any idea who the legal men are?
Well, I have an idea. Earthquake is definitely a legal man, so I think you can chalk this up as a victory.
Well, through all the wildness in the ring, Earthquake went after Knobs, earthquaked him, and they come up with a big victory. Jimmy Hart got involved. He should have stayed a long way away from this one.
Yes, you can see by the face there of Knobs that they had suffered mightily at the hands of the natural disasters and Legion of Doom.
What an awesome battle we just witnessed as Earthquake, Typhoon, the natural disasters, along with the Legion of Doom, Hawk, and Animal, come up with a tremendous victory in this 8-man tag team match.
Okay, that's it, Bobby. Come on in here. Always important to be a gracious winner.
Hey. I
And
know
a good
all about
sport.
that. Stand back, Okerlund.
Okay.
Oh!
Are you all right?
Oh, no, I'm not all right.
Well, I think your voice has changed on you, pal. I got some bad news. What? Somebody get help for this guy.
That's him. That's the guy we see every week on TV. That's right, Gail, on WWF Wrestling.
Hey.
Ladies, I want you to stand by. We've got little mixed doubles coming up. Well, it's truly been exciting with this edition of WrestleFest 92, and of course, a little bit of the Norwich Barber technique in playing tennis with my good friend, Bobby the Brain Heenan. One of these days, he's going to learn. Me and Gene Okerlund saying, we'll be seeing you soon here on the World Wrestling Federation. Take care. Now, have I got a plan for the three of us?